He had it coming. He had it coming. He only had himself to blame. If you'd have been there, if you'd have heard it, I bet you would have done the same.
What took you so long?
Well, he just died. That's not much of an excuse.
As if that matters.
All that matters is that I was the first.
You may have been physically first, but let's face it, I was his real first.
What does that even mean?
It means that I was his first true love. I'm the one who turned his head. I'm the one he lusted after.
Hate to burst your bubble, but I did a pretty good job of that myself. In fact, all I had to do was walk in the room and whammo!
Really? Whammo?
Okay. Maybe it was more like wham, ooh.
No! Show some respect. He's only just passed away.
He wasn't always a bad husband. Some say he married me purely for love of a brother, but there was a time when there was love between us. I was a true, humble and obedient wife, ever bending to his ever-willing pleasure. I never said or did anything to the contrary. Yes, even when he took others to his bed, I never complained. I loved all those that he loved, only for his sake, whether they were my friends or enemies. 20 years, and all I had to show was a daughter who was ripped from my arms and kept away from me, all for an upstart heathen who promised him heaven but condemned his soul to hell.
My poor dear, what a time you've had.
I guess we've all got our own stories to tell.
Well, for me,
Hold up, what order are we going in?
What does that matter?
It matters, okay? If we're going alphabetically, I should have gone first.
It's not always about you, my dear.
I'm well aware of that. A very nasty scar on my neck to prove it. At first,
We were the envy of everyone. I was his true love. Every woman in the realm wanted to be me, and every man in the realm wanted to be with me. But some people believed dark forces were at play. It wasn't him that caused my demise. There were others, poisoning his mind, telling him untruths. How else could men be so besotted if it weren't for witchcraft? How else could she give birth to a dead, deformed child unless God himself cursed her for sleeping with her own flesh and blood? My beloved, he refused to listen to me. The poison had reached his heart. I was unable to give him a son, and so was tossed aside, and off he went in the arms of another, and I was alone. I am alone.
Well, you reap what you sow.
That's mean.
hurt does that to a person.
Still, no need to lose your head over it.
What's next? Is it my turn yet?
I think that is.
I think it's, when is it my turn?
You need to show some patience and wait until it's your turn. Did you want to say something?
I'm trying to tell you, I think it's my turn now. I was his beloved. I was the one who gave him what he needed most. A child, a son, an heir. All my life I was bound to obey and serve, and I so honourably served my husband and my family, but I could only do so much, and I was worried that what happened to the first two wives would happen to me. Years after my death, even when he was married to other women, my photos would adorn the walls of his home as his beloved. But sometimes I wonder, what would have happened if I didn't give him his heir? Sometimes I think that was my only virtue.
You, I do feel sorry for.
I'm getting bored.
You've been waiting centuries to tell your story. A few more minutes isn't going to make a lot of difference.
Cut her some slack, she's only young.
not anymore.
We were all young. I was 24 years old when I left for England, having spent most of my life in Dusseldorf. I was raised in a different country, in a different culture, and as things turned out, I was not given the time to acclimatize myself until he rejected me. He married me for the love of his country. He did his job, I was his fourth wife. It was a very brief marriage, to the astonishment of all observers, but to the relief of both of us. He told everyone who would listen that he could not perform his husbandly duties because of my appearance. He shamed me by saying that I was ugly and I smelled. Then our marriage was annulled because he didn't think that I was beautiful, and maybe I am not. But I lived out the rest of my life in peace. And what more could a girl ask for?
I do believe it's your turn. Why do people treat me like such a silly child?
Because, my dear, that is precisely how you behave.
I was a child.
You were old enough to get married.
You must admit your behavior wasn't befitting a wife.
Perhaps I was just a different type of wife. I was 16 when I married our darling husband. At the time, he was nearly 50. I was told that if I married him and did as I was told, I would get jewels and dresses, and I had never seen such pretty things, so I married him. He married me for the love of youth. But he was old and fat and so smelly from all that pus. And then there was this other man. He was so handsome and charming and kind, and we just fell in love. So I had betrayed our husband. But what do you expect from a child? I was 19 and he was 50, and I had to do things to him. I was 19.
She did commit adultery. I didn't. I received the same fate.
You weren't exactly innocent.
I was a pawn.
We all were. Goodness, for some women this hasn't changed even today. I guess that's our lot in life. I didn't have a choice in my marriage. My brother decided for me.
None of us had a choice.
I was in love.
Of course you were. He was a lot younger, thinner, and less smelly when you were married to him.
That shouldn't matter. You promised to love each other in sickness and in health.
Also for richer and poorer.
Who would marry for poorer?
That's not what I meant.
What she meant is that there is more to marriage than diamonds and roses.
Perhaps. They certainly help.
Some people marry for companionship.
That's what it was for me. He was 20 years older than me when we got married. He married me for love of companionship. I was his sixth and final wife, destined to outlive the mercurial man. And yet I also was in love with another. But my lover saw the various monetary opportunities that came from marrying our husband, and along with my brother, pushed me to marry H. Our marriage was an immediate success. He did consummate our marriage. To H, I was the perfect companion and nursemaid. To his children, I was a loving stepmother. Upon his death in 1547, I eventually married my true love. He was the only one of my 4 husbands. I chose myself.
Then you were lucky. You got to marry your true love.
So did I.
I didn't.
I loved him. Or rather, I grew to love him.
I loved him as a brother. I actually loved him more than my real brother.
Well, I loved him. And from what I've heard, I loved him more than all of you put together.
You don't know that.
You're judging all of us based on Anne.
Which Anne are you speaking of?
The other one?
Do you think he loved us?
He certainly loved me. The kingdom was torn apart so he could marry me.
He loved me too.
His love for me was shown by just how long he mourned me.
How would we know if he loved us?
We'll never really know.
Look at us. All of us queens.
Not just any queen. Queen of England.
But what's the point of being queen when you can lose your head?
My dear, we did it for love of country.
For love of love.
For love of a son.
For love of a brother.
For love of youth.
For love of a companion.
For
For love of Henry.
He had